Hey there, thank you for tuning into Richie's Talk Zone. My master Richie will be with you soon. In the meantime, sit back, relax and enjoy our podcast theme song.
But you only know time, we got around where the beats are hot and the vibes is abroad. The Africa to the world's embrace. We're building a community, a sacred space. Richie's Talk Zone, where the youth convene, sharing stories, chasing dreams, living the scene on Spotify, Afropods, Google and Apple too. We're spreading wisdom, empowering you. In the rhythm of life, we find our groove, navigating challenges.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Richie's Talk Zone, where we dive into the issues that matter to you. I'm your host, Richie Remy the Talkative, and today we're exploring a topic that's affecting a lot of young people these days: FOMO, or the fear of missing out. Whether you're a student, a young professional, or just trying to navigate this digital age, FOMO can creep into your life in unexpected ways. So let's break it down and figure out how we can manage it together. Stay tuned. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is FOMO? The term FOMO was coined in the early 2000s, but has become much more prevalent in recent years, especially with the rise of social media. FOMO is that nagging feeling that you're missing out on something important or exciting happening somewhere else. It can make you feel anxious, inadequate, or even depressed. It's not just about missing a party or an event. FOMO can also be about career opportunities, social experiences, or even just the fear of not being in the loop with the latest trends or news. And it's something that affects people of all ages. But today, we're focusing on how it impacts the youth. This phenomenon called FOMO isn't new, but it has been amplified by the digital age we're currently living in. Whether it's social media, events, or just the constant stream of information, FOMO can have impacts on mental health and overall well-being. So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's explore this topic in depth. Like as I said earlier, social media plays a huge role in FOMO. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and TikTok are designed to showcase the highlights of people's lives. When you're scrolling through endless photos of vacations, parties, and seemingly perfect moments, it's easy to feel like you're not measuring up. So let's talk about some statistics. It has been found that the increase of the use of social media is actually what is playing a role in creating mental health problems such as anxiety, depression, poor sleep among young people, and the likes, which can be very, very overwhelming. And I know you listening to me right now have had some instances in your life where FOMO affected you negatively. Joining me today is my very good friend, all the way from Canada, in the person of engineer Opemipo Oyedeji. She is a mechanical engineer by profession, and she'll be joining us today to give us some insights and give us a bigger picture of what FOMO does to the youths of our times. So, engineer, lovely to have you here on this episode. Let the people hear from you.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to my show. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Very well. How's your day been?
Oh, my day has been great.
So today like as I've rightly said, we'll be talking about FOMO. That's the fear of missing out. So, so generally, what will you term FOMO as? In your own experience, what will you term FOMO as?
Just like you rightly mentioned, formal phenomenon that came about with the existence of social media. It is what is the situation we found ourselves in. Social media is evil, but the lack of what would I say now? The lack of direction or the lack of control in its usage is one of the things that has amplified FOMO, or that has really amplified FOMO.
So you're saying social media is one of the things that is actually making FOMO become very prevalent in our youth these days, right?
Definitely.
So what can you say about the significant stress and anxiety attributed to this FOMO, this fear of missing out in youth?
The threats.
Significant stress and anxiety attributed to FOMO because, like as we said, once you are being affected by that fear of missing out, there's sort of anxiety and stress on the individual that feels he or she is missing out on something. So, what can you say about that?
Oh, okay. The stresses and anxiety
Yes.
that FOMO causes. Uh, the stress. It's really. You spoke about mental health. So yes, that's one of the effects of FOMO, because at the end of the day, you can decide maybe by yourself. You made a decision that you want to spend a quiet time out. And while scrolling through your phone on TikTok or Instagram, you see your friends posting pictures where they are popping champagne. Then you start to feel, oh, why am I indoors? Then maybe I should have gone out. The quiet day you decided to have at home at the end of the day is out the window, because mentally you are with your friends. You really can't even turn it off. So a lot of mental stress, anxiety in the fact that you are not comfortable or confident in whatever it is you're doing, in the decisions you're making. You keep on second guessing yourself. What I'm doing, is it right? What I've decided to do, is it right? The path I'm doing, is it right? So those are the things, those are the effects of FOMO. Makes you second guess yourself a lot. At the end of the day, if one is not careful, you end up not achieving anything, or basically you end up toying a path that you really don't like, all because that is what the society, as you see it on social media, which more often than not is fake, you end up taking a path that they dictate, even if it's not even the real path. So you are not happy with yourself. They are in line with what you want to do, but at the end of the day, you're not really happy with what you're doing, because whatever it is you've decided to do was not dictated by your personal decision. It was dictated by what you saw on social media.
Right. So I feel another thing that affects us is there's one thing in seeing what people are doing there and have the resources to actually go and want to, like as you made an example of seeing people in the club popping champagne. You've already had a set plan of what to do with your time, but because you're seeing people out there popping champagne, you feel, oh, I need to be involved. There's one thing to be able to go out there and join them in doing it, and there's another thing not to be able to have those resources. And I feel that's where the depression comes in, where you don't have the immediate resources to live that kind of lifestyle you're seeing people portraying on social media. So you end up just keeping yourself in one spot, beating yourself over basically nothing, because some people actually living a fake life on social media. Which brings me to the other part where it's not just about parties now, it's about your own career growth. Yes, career opportunities. Like this social media platform, LinkedIn, that has been created for the corporate world, so to say. When you go on LinkedIn, see, honestly, it's a whole lot of pressure. When you go on LinkedIn, you see people with like exceptional exceptional write-ups about themselves, about their achievements, what they've done. And I'm like, wait, though, are we not working? That's a question somebody will ask himself or herself. That am I not working? This person is this person superhuman? This person is achieving all these things at the age of what? Maybe you're a young guy or young lady, you are maybe 28 years old, then you go on LinkedIn, you're seeing somebody of 23, 24 achieving like greater, greater things. So, in quotes, because there are a whole lot of lies flying on social media. So,
Let me come in there before you round that point off. I think
yeah,
the first problem is, why are you even looking at their page in the first instance? You go on
yeah, but
LinkedIn basically to sell yourself. If you are looking at someone else's page, it should be maybe to get an idea of how that person
exactly.
has been able to sell themselves rightly. It's not really to go on there and see whether or not that person has done what they said they've done. That shouldn't be the reason for checking out anybody's page. If I'm going to check out a fellow engineer's page, it's basically to see, oh, maybe this person I hear is at this level. Let me see what this person's LinkedIn page is about that is bringing in that business, to see what points I can take off of that page, to implement in mine. It's not to go there and try to see whether or not the person has truly achieved what they've achieved, or to try to guess their age in tangent with whatever the achievement they say they have achieved is. I actually served with a boy of 19 years old, and I was serving when I was maybe 23, 24. He was 19. He's a branch manager now. He is a brand manager, and someone would not have, if I didn't serve with him and people are seeing what he says he has achieved now, they might not believe it. Yes, it's rare, but it happens. So someone that goes through his page and is thinking, has he achieved all of this? You are going through his page with the wrong mindset. You shouldn't be going through anybody's page with the mindset of seeing what they've achieved, whether or not they've achieved it. So that's the first thing. Our reason for doing what we do. That would determine what you get out of what you're doing.
Hmm. Valid, valid, valid point. So, based on what you just said, now it brings me to my next question for you. So, how do you think young people can cope with these feelings? Because it's a feeling. It's a feeling that comes in once in a while. But I feel as one is growing, the person will be learning some things to be able to cope. And everybody has their level of experience. So, in your own way, how do you feel young people, young adults can be able to cope with this feeling of FOMO?
Okay. The first thing I would like to say is that it's normal to feel whether included or excluded. It's a normal human feeling. Where it becomes a problem is when that feeling becomes a source of unhappiness or worry, when it becomes your driving force. Yes, I might be at work and I know that my friends are in a party and I'm like, oh man, I wish I can be at that party. That's fine. I'm human. But I understand the responsibility of the fact that I have to be at work. But when now staying at that work sinks me into depression and all I can think about is my friends at the party, that's where it becomes a problem. So everybody, it's not all feeling of being excluded or wanting to be included is not FOMO. Is the rate, and the causes surrounding that feeling that determines whether or not you have FOMO. And how do you deal with it? The first thing is still off social media, because the truth of the matter is that social media has a very powerful tool. And if you are somebody who constantly look through pages of people to see what they are doing, there is really no how you won't have this feeling. I want to go and check some celebrity's page. What clothes is she wearing? What leg is she carrying? Which flight did she take? Where did she go to? That's what I was talking about. Our intent for checking up on people, our intent for checking people's pages, our intent for using the social media. it's fine that today, okay, I'm bored. There's this dance step I want to learn. I go on there and learn that dance step. While I'm learning that dance step, something pops up on my Google search that says, this person has done this. I read up on that story, and I'm done. Moving on to the next thing. But when I become a stalker, let me put it that way. When I become a stalker of what the person is doing, of the person's lifestyle, or what the people are doing of their lifestyle, that's when it becomes a problem. And most times, just like you said, we don't have the resources to implement these things that these people are implementing. That is, if at all they are actually doing what they say they are doing. 98% of the time, what you see on social media is fake. I can remember a picture of the guy is a photographer, and he posted a picture of before and after where he stood beside a washing machine and took a picture. And when it was done editing, it looked like it was on a flight. Somewhat, you would have posted the picture, and everybody, wow, this guy just flew to one place. You would not know he was right in his house in front of his washing machine, and just took the front of the washing machine that looks like the window of a plane, just took the picture, they edited it, and it was fine. But you actually think he went on a trip or something if he actually didn't show us the process. So we have a lot of things going on like that. And there are so many situations like that at the end of the day, what you're chasing is basically a mirage. It's not something that you really should be chasing. So the first thing really is just getting off of social media. It's not easy, but at least you can reduce it a few hours a day, a week, Another thing is to be mindful of our thought process, which is also very difficult. Minds wander. It's one of the human, nature. Your mind will wander and you think about things. When you see that your mind is wandering into thoughts that are not uplifting, into thoughts of what is this person doing, or what did this person do yesterday, try to call yourself back. Listen to music, whatever it is you feel you can do to bring back yourself to the conscious, to self-consciousness, where you can basically train your thoughts. That would be a very good thing, Another thing is that when you are going off on social, every once in a while, when you look through them and you think, oh, this person has this and that, learn to be grateful for the things you actually have. This person actually took a plane. Tell yourself, I entered car. Because truthfully, some people are walking. In fact, some people can't even walk. Some people are on wheelchairs. The Bible says that in everything, give thanks. So give thanks for wherever it is you are at. Don't compare yourself to wherever it is and wherever that person is. It's good to aspire to be better. Is great even. But when your aspiration to be better stems off of jealousy of someone's achievement, then it becomes dangerous. That is a mind space that you don't want to be. Those are one of the things that cause anxiety, because you are basically chasing someone that more often than not is not even seeing you. The resources that person has to run, is someone like me, and I'm chasing you saying, but how do I meet up? It's not, I'm really just like, I will just keep running. I will never meet up, But if I understand the fact that, okay, Usain Bolt is going there, all I have to do is get there. And I take my pace at my own, I will get there. At the end of the day, getting to the end point is the goal. It has nothing to do with the timing or whatever it is. Getting to the end point is the goal, And one thing I learned from coming here, in Nigeria, we have this age expectation of achievement. Your mate have done this at so age, you must do. Your mate, you are in a group or clique of friends, they are all married, then all of a sudden you want to get married, you pick off the first nonsense that comes your way, then you enter lifelong bondage and you're suffering.
Honestly.
A lot of these things are avoidable. Also,
Sorry to cut you short, engineer. I also feel aside the social media, like as you said, the people around you,
Matter.
the friendship that you keep,
Yeah.
sometimes your immediate family also can cause that thing. Like as you just mentioned, the instance of getting married and the rest, the pressure coming from people around you. Oh, like most of our relatives, they will be like, ah, see that your friend, oh, she has done this, oh, see that your friend, oh, he has done this, oh, how about you? Ah, are you not the same people that you went to school together with him? You did this, you did that. So I feel sometimes not only social media, even the people that we surround ourselves with. We need to
Yes.
feel.
I was going to come to that. That's actually one of my points also, having real life sensible connections with people. I understand that we can't choose our immediate family, we can't choose
Yeah.
our extended family, but you can choose your family or friends, which the truth is that aside from your immediate family, your friends are really your good people. If for some people, they even talk to their friends much more than they do their immediate family. So if you have a network of people, like-minded people that have they have kind of like goals, realistic goals that they've set, which is another thing that we need to set realistic goals for ourselves. When you have people of that mindset, you are better able to get yourself out of all of, even if at home, maybe they say all of these things, and which unfortunately does happen in some families, you are able to at least have a set of people that you choose yourself, a set of people that you can control, their space, their content in your space. You have them as your safe space to go to decompress, to lash out, to whatever it is, because they will be your safe space. So it's the kind of people that we surround ourselves with. Are they people that everybody's at the corner pressing for, how far? Did you not see the clothes you wear? Did you not, if you surround yourself with those type of people, then you're basically going to be stuck. So you need to surround yourself with real life people. There are people that don't have friends, or their friend is on their phone, everything is phone, social media. You need to have real life connections, because the truth is that if you have real life connections of sensible people, you will see their realistic growth process. You will know their challenges, how they've gotten to where they are. You will understand the fact that I know this guy now, not the me and now the sweet flow, is a manager now. But yes, I saw the work that he put in. He wasn't a fluke. He didn't just get there by miracle. That in turn will encourage you to put in the work, as opposed to someone that you don't know. You just met him very rich and he's 2 years old while you are 22. So those things are some of the things that actually affect our mindset. And those are the things that we really, really need to put in focus, setting realistic expectation. I understand the fact that my parents are not buoyant enough to send me to, all these private universities. No wahala. Can I go to a public university? It's not possible. No problem. Can I go to a poly? Let me start from there. When I get my OND, while doing my OND, let me learn how to make hair, even if all my friends are having fun. These are sacrifices that we as people need to learn to make. Understanding the fact that our situations, and all fingers are not equal, our situations can't all be the same. The opportunities that we all have to leverage on will differ. But what are you doing with the one you have, as opposed to converting the one your friend has or your neighbor has? What are you doing with the opportunity that is within your own vicinity? Because when you start to look at other people, you miss what is right in front of you. Because you are jumping fence, your eye is right there, it's over the opportunity in front of me. You are just looking at that one that is long there that your hand cannot even reach. Then what is in front of you that will pull you up and help you reach where your eye is looking at, you miss it. So what are we doing with the opportunities right in front of us? Not converting what other people have and these things. And another thing is to pat yourself on the back. Don't let anybody tell you that, kilo shade, what have you done? No. Once you take a step, tell yourselves, Opemipo, you've done well. I took that step. It wasn't easy, but I did it.
Our self-gratitude.
Exactly. Just reflect on your achievements and find joy in even the little things that you've done. Don't put unnecessary expectation on yourself. Don't put undue pressure on yourself. Outside world will put those pressure on you. You don't need to put those pressure on yourself again.
So in addition to what you've said, from what we said, what I feel what FOMO does is it makes you concentrate on or prioritize the short-term goals rather than your long-term goals. Like actually,
Prioritize anything. Truthfully, FOMO doesn't make you prioritize anything. It just makes you long for things you really can get.
yeah, you want to live in the moment. It makes you want to live in the moment, forgetting, okay, this is the plan I have for myself. This is the growth plan I have for myself. You scrap everything off and you want to live right in the moment. That's what I'm trying to say. FOMO does. So the instance you gave about having real life connections, like having people around you that you saw their growth process, you know the steps they took. Even if you don't know the steps they took, you can easily meet them and actually ask them, okay, how did you do this? How did you go about it? That is very important. And I feel that's also what's affecting, that's what's killing so many dreams. So many dreams. Like someone that wants to be like maybe a music artist, when you start your career, I feel you should remain focused on your own little space and grow, because the top shots out there, they started from a point before they got to that place they are. But what tends to happen is that when they start the process and they see that, oh, things are not falling in place like as I envisaged, they start put content out there, put music out there. People do not stream their music, or people do not comment, people do not like. They just retreat and go back into their shell. We have so many people that are even far better than the current people that we see that, oh yeah, they are doing very well. But just because of this FOMO, I feel FOMO also has to do with your kind of person. Like as we spoke about self-gratitude, you need to appreciate yourself first. You don't expect somebody to appreciate. If you don't appreciate yourself first and foremost, you will not be able to even have that mindset of someone appreciating you. You need to value yourself. Have that value in what you are doing. Have that mindset that, okay, this is the level I am now. This is the level I'm aspiring to get to. And just set your mind to it. You need to set realistic expectations, like as you said. So listeners, you can take this point down. Like as engineer has also said, one of the things that you can also do, the first thing is have a digital detox. Know how to just flush off, set specific times at which you go and visit social media. You need to take break, because I've discovered that youth of these days, we have longer screen time. Like not even youth, even children that are growing up now. Now we have tablets and what that we give our younger kids. We are watch cartoon, watch PJ Masks, what this, and we are spending countless hours on screen time, on social media and the like. So one thing that you can be able to use to cope, the coping strategy you can use is to have a digital detox. Create a specific time in the day that, okay, I visit maybe 1 hour a day. I go to social media. If it's TikTok, if it's Instagram, I go there. Or just a little, just make it very, very minute. Then you also need to make use of journaling. You need to jot things down. Like as engineer said, you need to appreciate the ones you've done. It's by appreciating the past that is what you'll be able to keep you moving forward for things that you want to achieve in the future. If you don't appreciate the past, you won't be able to get what you want to get in future. You need to journal them down, because aside FOMO and the rest, even when it comes to spiritually, those are some of the tools that the devil used to get into us. The devil tends to take your mind off the things that you have achieved and start putting into your mind, oh, you've not done this, you've not done that. But if you've inculcated that habit of journaling, taking note of achievements, even littlest of achievements, noting them down. So in your down times, you can always reflect back and say, oh, I actually have done this. I actually have done this. That will even give you the encouragement, the motivation to do more or to better your life. The other point also is engaging in real life activities. Some youths these days, they have thousands of followership, have thousands of friends online, but when it comes to their own personal space, they have very, very few friends that they can relate with. You can't overemphasize on the importance of the human touch, like human connection, physical connections that you can see. Because with the physical connections, you can be able to see what they are doing. But with the virtual ones, you can't be able to filter the lies from the truth. So you need to engage in real life activities. Stop spending your entire day on the web. Yes, this is a technological dispensation, fine. But those things are meant to be to our advantage. We are not supposed to allow technology rather mar us. So you need to engage in real life activities, talk to people, share ideas with your friends, share ideas with your family, and get those feedbacks and add it to your own armory of making yourself a better person. Then setting realistic expectations. You need to be able to set expectations that are attainable, that you can be able to achieve. Don't overshoot expectations. You need to cut your coat according to your size. Social media is just there. I think social media is just a smoke screen. It's there. You're seeing people, because nobody is going to post their struggle on social media. Nobody is going to post their downtime. There's no one that when he or she is hungry at home and has nothing in his or her cupboard or in the kitchen, will go and take a picture of, oh, look at my tin of milk. There's nothing in it. Nobody does that. They only post the feel good moments. Yeah, when there's plenty, when there's a lot, that's when they post there, and in a way tends to intimidate people and start bringing this fear of missing out. So, engineer, there's another question that I would like you to actually answer, to give our listeners an insight or open their eyes. So, are there long-term effects that you should be aware of? Are there long-term effects of FOMO? Because we are just talking about social media, blah blah blah. Are there does FOMO actually leave a scar on someone?
Of course, it does. One of the immediate effects, which at the end of the day could be long term, if not nipped in the bud, is the getting into the wrong habits, into the wrong crowd, doing things that naturally you might not have done, if not because you were chasing smoke screens. And at the end of the day, find that you are 50, you're 60, you're 17, and you've really not done anything at all. Even the ones that you could have done with the resources you have, we're not able to do, and the smoke screen we're chasing, find out that you are 50, 60, then you see that it's actually smoke screen. There's really nothing there. And, you're old, you're alone, you're wrinkled, wasted your youth. There's no time in your life you can't retrace yourself. That's the truth. But why wait till you are old? Why not just start on the wrong foot at a young age? Why not just stay on the straight and narrow? Why not just stay on the right path while you're youth? It's easier when you grow old and you look back and say, yes, thank God, I did the best I could with what I had with me. As opposed to you're old and you're like, and I know I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have done that. It is something you have control over right now. So take control.
Okay. So what you're saying in essence that one of the long-term effects that it actually has is, should I put it as failure? Can I
No,
say regret?
I wouldn't
Failure?
want to say failure. I wouldn't want to say failure because I don't
Because when I
believe
say
that.
failure is that at the end of everything, at the end of chasing, at the end of wanting to belong, going here, going there, like as you said, your age is increasing. And at the end of the day, you get to that age of 50 or what?
Well, what age you are, I believe that there's no time that is too late to set yourself
But
up.
time is of an essence, honestly.
Yeah,
I'd rather,
why
I'd
I'm saying
rather
that
be,
now. Be on the straight and narrow now that you're young, you know. But I just don't want to say you're 50 and you say no. I don't really like using that term. You could be 50 and have some
okay.
regret, you know. If you have the regrets, then you channel your energy because as long as you're not dead, when there's life, there's hope. As long as you're not dead, you can still be a success at whatever it is you put your mind to do. So now that you're young, be on the straight and narrow, you know, just so that you don't have regrets. That's what I want to say. So that you don't have regrets later in life.
Okay, so there you have it, listeners. If you don't want to have regrets later in life, make use of these coping mechanisms, these coping strategies to be able to get free from the claws of FOMO. So I think I I had something in mind. I just it just escaped my mind. Okay, so what do you feel? How do I even put it? Uh, in your own take, how often do you think youth should engage the social media platforms that they have on their phones? How often?
Well, it depends on what you're using social media to do. If it's strictly a fun outlet for you, it's not a money-making venture. If it's strictly a fun outlet for you, it depends on your self-control. Social media really should be something you do in your leisure time. You're done with your schoolwork, you've done your assignment, you've researched what the next topic in class will be, you've said your prayers, you've done everything. Then you're like, okay, let me see what's going on. Check your news feed, you know. But if all you want to do is stay on TikTok, I really can't put a time frame to it because I won't say I'm not a social media person, but I'm not a social media junkie. You can find me on my phone, really, you know, I can be on my phone for hours, but it's what I'm doing there that really matters. I don't have TikTok. You won't find me on TikTok. Instagram, I rarely go there except maybe a friend sends something else to me. I have an account. I doubt I have 10 pictures, but funny thing is that I'm going to start using my Instagram account more now because I'm getting into photography, you know, and that is why I will start to do that more, you know. So I'm on YouTube for various reasons. When I have exams, when I have some things, but sometimes I do watch movie on YouTube. The thing is that you will never find me on social media checking out people's lifestyle. I never do it. And for me, I think, yes, it's not good to be on social media all through the day when you have other important things to do. But
Exactly.
even the time that you are on social media, what are you using it to do? Are you going there to go and check if Funke Akindele just ate rice yesterday? If that's all you need to go and do, don't bother opening it. Or are you there to maybe listen to the latest song and just hear it out? Sure. If the song is going to take you 10 minutes to listen to, play it. Are you there to go and check out maybe a movie that just came out and you want to watch? The movie is going to be on for like an hour and 20 minutes. Watch it, by all means. So I'm not going to say that just pick your phone and be on social media for this specific time. my thing is that even if it is for 1 second, what are you going there to do? If your intent is to go and stalk somebody's lifestyle, don't bother taking up that phone. Don't even pick it up at all. Don't even bother. I follow a few people on Instagram, I follow Serena Williams, Agbani Daregu, a few people. But if you ask me anything about their lifestyle, what they ate yesterday, this one, that, all those things, I don't know anything. So if you ask me about their career growth, that I know about. Maybe because exactly 1 or 2 things maybe I'm trying to replicate. Serena Williams is an athlete that has one of the largest business portfolios, So a few reasons why I follow them, even though they are celebrities. So that is really, I can be on a page and be scrolling through, and I'm on a page for 10, 20 minutes, but I'm not looking at our lifestyle or anything. I have to have a reason for being there. So I won't say just pick up that phone for 2 seconds. No, if that 2 seconds is to stalk someone's lifestyle that you want to implement in the, he's eating beans and I'm only have Gary way, don't even bother spending that 1 second. So that's basically it for me.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's basically about taking control of your digital environment and making it work for you and not against you. Yes.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up today's episode, guys, let's just remember that FOMO is a common experience, but it's one you can manage with the right strategies and mindsets. You need to take steps to focus on your own journey and appreciate the present moment. And don't be afraid to seek support if you need it. Thank you very much, Engineer Opemipo Oyedeji, for gracing.
For having me.
Thank you. Thank you to all listeners. We really appreciate you guys always coming and listening to each episode I place out there. Please subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends as well. So until next time.
Share with your friends.
Yeah, so share with your friends, please. We want to build a community of youths that tend to want to make themselves better individuals. So until next time, stay present, stay positive, and keep talking. This is Richie Remy the Talkative, signing off from Richie's Talk Zone. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
We're building a community, a sacred space. Richie's Talk Zone, where the youth convene, sharing stories, chasing dreams, living the scene on Spotify, AfriPods, Google, and Apple too. We're spreading wisdom, empowering you. So join the conversation, let your voice be heard. In Richie's Talk Zone, where ideas are stirred. One step back to self-love, we pave the way. In Richie's Talk Zone, every single day.